Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside the new studio. I know it looks very much the same, but it is very much different, and I know it will probably sound a little different for a couple of days, dealing with an echo. You don't need to email me about the echo we're dealing with. It's still treating the room. Please bear with me as we work through some technical elements here, and I know it looks like I have a wire coming out of my right arm, and I do. It's been implanted to connect directly to the studio. No, I'm kidding. Let's get right into it because there is so much to talk about. It is not yet over in Arizona in a number of different ways. And of course, it is completely over in Arizona in terms of Kari Lake is not going to be the next governor from Arizona. So let's take it step by step. In Maricopa County, they held, and by they, I mean the county authorities and people who believe Kari Lake actually won. They held a hearing. And the hearing was so insane and so depraved and so outrageous that within just moments, it went bad. I want to look at a couple of these moments with you, again, as a reminder that these people will go for years. You know how sometimes you look at a little puppy dog or a toddler and they seem to have endless energy and you say, well, I've already thrown the ball 100 times. I've already picked up the spoon 500 times and it's still interesting and you still want to do it again. And the answer is they will go for years. They are still not over the results of the 2020 election. And now they are getting going with 2022. Here is a woman who says, she is there somehow related to wanting a new election, and also her children were once taken away from her, which is certainly odd. Take a listen to this.
I'm questioning why is nobody talking about us over the media? I'm nobody. I'm just like mother trying to save my family because my kids were taken from me when they were little because I fought for them medical freedom. So
it sounds like the children were taken away for reasons of neglect. And this is the person who knows we should have a new election.
I don't go there, okay? But I want to tell you this, guys. I feel this like a joke, but please, Arizona, I love Arizona. I love all of you. I love you, Stephen. I voted for you, okay? This is not about hate, love and hate. You know what? Love is to say no to wrongdoing, and please try to understand those people, how upset they are.
Yeah. Everybody's very upset because their candidate lost, and yet they want a new election because of that. If we won, it was fair. If we lost, it was rigged. Here's another woman who believes there were hundreds of thousands of people in Arizona who could not vote.
There's a statistician online that's already done statistics on the...
Guys, it's a statistician who's done statistics. What else do you need?
Disenfranchisement based on Richard's numbers and how he calculated people waiting in line. It's over hundreds of thousands of people that were not able to vote.
Right.
That they disenfranchised. The second thing is everybody that's been paying attention for way years before 2020, and then when 2020 came along, and they've been paying attention since then, do not trust these machines. There have been investigations going...
Mike Pillow's one of those guys.
...on for 2 years. The evidence is in. They've got it all. It's gonna bubble up to the top. If we had journalists that were doing their job and asking questions, people would know this by now, but they don't. So here's my next point. It's going to bubble up. This is a fork in the road right now, today.
Now, by bubble up, it sort of sounds like she's increasingly saying that this might lead to violence. And again, think of it, 2.4 million people voted in Arizona a few weeks ago. She says hundreds of thousands were disenfranchised. That sort of means like a third of the electorate, or at least 10, 15, 20%. It's bonkers. Now, then came another woman who was even more dire and apocalyptic in her concerns. She says if this election gets certified, it's going to get very bad very quickly.
Justice, you high and mighty politicians don't even know the meaning of the word. Fairness, which of you has any left? Not one. All your dealings are crooked. You give justice in exchange for bribes. These men are born sinners, lying from their earliest words. They are poisonous, deadly snakes, cobras that close their ears to the most expert of charmers.
So this is like biblical stuff, right?
Oh God, break off their fangs. Tear out the teeth of these young lions, Lord. Let them disappear like water into thirsty ground. Make their weapons useless in their hands. Let them be as snails that dissolve into slime.
Okay, I think you basically get it. Just crazy apocalyptic stuff. Here is another woman who came forward and said that the board of electors in Maricopa County are traitors.
I came here today to get an up-close and personal look at the 7 traitors to the United States Constitution.
Okay, again,
for
please.
Sitting at that desk. You were set to receive a subpoena this morning at 9:30. What did you do? You called your meeting for 8 a.m. What are you hiding?
Right. We all know nothing good happens at 8 in the morning. If you hold an 8 a.m. meeting, it must be for some kind of subterfuge. And then lastly, here's a guy, again, with just more like apocalyptic Bible type stuff. And then he throws in some Klaus Schwab, World Economic Forum conspiracy theories. Imagine getting out of bed for this. Some people traveled from other states, which, by the way, what stake do they have in Arizona? That's a whole other question.
The wicked flee when no one is chasing them, but the godly are bold and lions. You see any bold people who are lions here?
I see bald people.
They're committed to this thing, so am I. When there is moral rot within a nation, its government topples easily. But with honest and sensible leaders, there is stability. I want you to feel shame.
So there is this guy, and they are going to achieve nothing. They continue to be convinced that they are right, that they actually won, despite there being no evidence whatsoever. Kari Lake is playing along with these people. Kari Lake continues to say, oh, it's not over, it's this, that, the other thing. It is over, and there is one Arizona county who refuses to accept it. Let's talk about that next. The science tells us that one of the best ways to get consistent, deep sleep is lowering your core body temperature. When your body stays cooler at night, you're more comfortable and your sleep is better. Our sponsor, Sleep Me, is the home of Chili Sleep, the customizable, climate-controlled sleep solutions that can improve your sleep by keeping you cooler at night. There are 3 different Chili Sleep systems. There's the Uller, the Cube, and the new Dock Pro with double the cooling power. All 3 systems are water-based, temperature-controlled mattress toppers that fit over your existing mattress to provide you with your ideal sleep temperature. You can go as cool as 55 degrees. You can go really hot if you want. I keep mine at 60, beautiful temperature for me. Don't wake up hot and sweaty. Chili Sleep keeps me asleep all night. It feels great. I didn't know it was possible to love sleeping even more than I already did. Go to sleep.me/Pacman to learn more and get 25% off your new Chili Sleep system. Click the link below to start staying cool at night.